I was so intrigued getting prepared for the Awareness Expo 2015 with Suzanne Dillon that she mentioned a new modality, Marconics. So I scurried over to the table, and I'm so pleased to have Lisa Wilson joining me here at our booth. And Lisa, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for inviting us over.
Now, my next big question, what is Marconics?
Marconics is a brand new energy that became available on the planet at the end of 2012, and it is for Ascension. It was
Who found this? Who was it channeled to?
It was channeled to Alison David Bird, who is the founder of Marconics, and Alison is a certified hypnotherapist, and she began receiving communications from Pleiadians beginning in 2010. And as we got closer to the shift in 2012, they were preparing us for this new wave of energy in order to help people ascend and cope with the frequencies that are currently hitting the planet.
Right. Is this why everyone that we talk to is like, oh, I can't sleep. I feel so different. I feel like something's happening, but I can't explain it, or they're so tired and they don't know why. This is all part of the shift.
We call that Ascension Symptoms.
Ascension Symptoms.
So what happens is you might find that you are waking up multiple times during the night. You might find that you have illnesses or ailments that seem to have no cause. Things like fibromyalgia or random headaches that just won't clear. A flu that you could take 3 rounds of antibiotics and it just won't leave you. We call that vibrational flu.
Yeah, I had that last March.
And it's our body's inability to cope with the frequencies, because it's like if you're taking an electronic appliance from America and trying to plug it in Europe. It's not a match.
It's not jiving.
Exactly.
Okay.
So our role as practitioners in Marconics is to raise vibrations and help people cope and thrive in those frequencies.
So you raise the client's vibration.
Yes.
Okay.
The energy itself is designed to help the individual shed density out of their energy field, to release karma out of their energy field, and in doing that, they start to experience these lifts in their energy. So they rise above the frequency where illness and discordant energy is residing. It's like those days you have where everything just couldn't have gone any better.
Yes.
And then those days where you just know you shouldn't have even got out of bed.
Yes. I had one of those this week, and I said, oh, God, I haven't had one of these days in a while. I'm going back home, and I'm staying there.
Yes.
How is this different from, say, Reiki or Theta or something like that?
Well, that's a great question. The energies that were available on the planet prior to 2013 are what we call third-dimensional energy modalities. They are for healing in the old body template, in the third-dimensional body template, which is the 7 chakra system and the egg-shaped aura. The energy that we're working with in Marconics, because it is multidimensional, it's full spectrum, it is for healing in the etheric, it's for healing in the higher dimensions. We're working with up to a 21 chakra system, and we are working with the next level of Lightbody. So we're not working with the star-shaped Merkaba, we're working with the next level of Lightbody.
So to prepare for this, is there an attunement, or how do you go through this?
Well, practitioners or people who are interested in becoming practitioners can come to our website, which is marconicrecalibration.com, or they can find us on Facebook, Marconics. And when you are interested in taking the next step, there are 2 levels of practitioner training. There is a level 1 training which teaches the individual how to perform the Marconics no-touch session, which is an ongoing therapeutic treatment. They can also take the level 2 training, which is the Marconic recalibration, and that is like an attunement.
Okay.
The practitioners are trained to do that, and it is an amazing experience. The density that was placed into our chakra system when humans first incarnated 26,000 years ago, as light-body human, we had to be dense down for our experience here. So those caps come off of the chakras, you release millenniums worth of karma, and you just start to raise in vibration, and you go higher and higher and higher and higher. There's no limit to what you're able to do once that happens for you. We also facilitate an instantaneous connection back into the stellar and the earth grids, and connect you back in through source through the galactic core. So it's an extremely powerful experience, and during the recalibration, that next level of light body for human 3.0 is implanted into the energy field. So when your higher self determines that it's time for you to fire that baby up, you're ready to go.
So what kind of side effects occur from that? Because I would think that there is like a shedding, right?
Yeah,
so what kind of side effects would the client experience?
It's amazing, and the experience ranges for each individual depending on where they are, what their soul contracts are. Some people will experience a deep emotional clearing, things that maybe they thought they had dealt with 5 years ago, 10 years ago, will come to the surface because now the original karmic seed comes to the surface to be released and cleared, because it's 51% of your karma is instantaneously released when those chakra caps come off during the recalibration. The other thing that people will experience is they can no longer stand any place other than in their own integrity. So that job that's not serving you, that relationship that's
Things
toxic,
fall apart. They fall away.
They fall away, and what happens is people then begin to learn that it's not destruction, it's not your world crumbling. You're standing on a construction site. You're the architect of what your new world looks like.
Now, if evolution is happening and the ascension's happening, wouldn't that just happen naturally to most people? For most people, that we evolve to that higher vibration. Why do we need to partake in Marconics?
Well, what's happening is we needed to be provided a vehicle for ascension, and we're at a really auspicious time in the energy. Most people believe that once we hit December 21st, 2012, that we were, safe.
Yeah.
We hit the shift, but
we're still here.
The ascension is in progress. There wasn't an end date. It wasn't like crossing the finish line of a race. The energy is hitting us in waves, and it's getting more and more intense.
Shift.
Yeah. And so what happens is right now the energy is hitting us at a glancing blow, and at some point in time it will be a full blast. And people who have not done the work to raise their vibrations will not be able to survive in that energy, and that's where you're seeing all of those sicknesses, the complacency, the discordant energy, people who are, depressed, suicidal, the young kids who are having difficulty assimilating because as human beings, as the light workers, we were not ready. We weren't where we were supposed to be on the gaming board.
Do you treat children?
We generally don't work on small children unless they ask for the energy, because children are typically vibrating at a much higher level than we are.
That, yes.
Yeah, and they need us to catch up.
I've been seeing a lot of children who appear to, not necessarily diagnosed in the spectrum of autism, but they seem to be connecting with things that we can't see.
Yes, my son is, I have two small boys, a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. My 2-year-old doesn't speak, and I had to battle with the speech therapist because they wanted to diagnose him, but he communicates telepathically.
That's my niece.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a niece like this now, and I told her mom not to worry, that she's just a little ahead of her time.
And he can look at you and you know exactly what he wants, but because we are so entrenched in that energy of fear, they have to hit these thresholds. And even for ourselves, we have to do these things that society says, or our family says, or the norm says that this is what we're supposed to do. We don't step into our power.
So Lisa, how long, if I came to you tomorrow, how long would it take me to go through your... Well, is it a class? Is it is it a multiple group of sessions? Or?
We teach. We do a couple of things. The practitioner levels of training are available as a level 1 class, which is 2.5 days. The level 2 class is 3.5 days. And typically, what we offer is a level 2 training 2 to 3 times a year. The level 1 trainings, we go all over the country. In fact, we just came back from 2 weeks in Japan of teaching.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was wonderful. We had a great experience there. So as a student, whether you wanted to hang out a shingle and be a healer, or you were just looking to enhance your own ascension experience, class is ideal for that. There's a tremendous amount of healing that goes on, and you're with your tribe. You meet other people in your soul group when you come to class, which is fantastic.
Everybody's vibing at the same speed.
Exactly. And it's very healing. The moment we find that it's a soul contract, you're changing your Akashic records when you come to participate. The minute you put your name on the list, your guides are working with you and start the activations and create the synchronicities to make that happen for you. And we see that and we hear that from students on a regular basis. Oh my gosh, things started shifting a month ago when I registered for class. And we'll see that over and over again. So for someone to take the class, they would just need to go to our website, which is marconicrecalibration.com. And there is a listing of the level 1 training and the level 2 trainings. And in the end of January, we have an intensive, which is wonderful. It's on Martha's Vineyard, which is the home of Marconics. We stay at a wonderful,
Really?
yeah, we stay at a wonderful,
Interesting.
yeah, we stay at a wonderful resort called the Mansion House, and we submerge everyone in the energy. So you can take level 1 or level 1 and level 2 at the same time and go through the, a full submersion in the energy, and it's amazing.
It sounds fabulous. So it's www.marconicrecalibration.com.
Yes.
Sorry, my going through a little sugar low.
Yep.
Practitioner certification is available. The telephone number is 617-366-6042.
Yes.
You have a Facebook page?
We do. It's Marconics. We also have a book that's coming out called Marconics Clarion Call, and that's due out in November. We're waiting for the final draft from the publisher.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and and if people have questions, they can certainly visit us on the Facebook page or reach out to us by email or by phone.
Excellent. Well, it's been very interesting and enlightening, and I feel my vibration rising already. Thank you so much, Lisa. I look forward to learning more about this and seeing more people take advantage of it in the future.
Thank you. And if people want to see the energy, they can go out onto YouTube. We have a ton of videos out
Do you?
of the energy being demonstrated,
Excellent.
and people will feel the vibration of it if it
Excellent.
resonates for them.
Beautiful. Thank you. Lisa Wilson from Marconics. Go to www.marconicrecalibration.com.
Thank you so much,
You're
Diane.
welcome, Lisa.